Welcome to Hksn. Thank you for joining us today to learn about how Jesus healed the blind man. Now, let's get on with the show.
During his ministries on earth, Jesus taught people about God and his kingdom. He also healed people. Jesus healed 10 men and one was saved. Later, he healed a woman and raised the girl from the dead. Last week, we learned about how Jesus healed a man who could not walk. This week, we will learn about how Jesus healed a man who could not see. Let's listen to this lesson from the Gospel of John.
Jesus was walking with his disciples when he saw a man who had been born blind. The disciples asked,
Teacher, why is this man born blind? Was it because of his sin or his parents' sin?
Jesus answered,
Neither his sin nor his parents' sin caused this. This man was born blind so that people could see God's power through him.
Jesus would be on earth for a short time, so he healed people to show what God is like. Jesus said,
While I am in the world, I am the light of the world.
Then Jesus spit on the ground and made mud. He put the mud on the eyes of the man who was blind.
Go, wash in the pool of Siloam.
The man went and washed. When he came back, he could see. The man's neighbors were amazed. They took the man to the religious leaders, and they asked him how he was healed.
A man put mud on my eyes. I washed, and now I can see.
The religious leaders were upset because Jesus had healed on the Sabbath again. They did not want to believe that Jesus could give sight to people who were blind. Over and over again, the man who was healed told the religious leaders what happened. The man believed Jesus must have come from God, but the religious leaders threw the man out of the synagogue. Jesus came to the man again and asked,
Do you believe in the Son of Man?
The man answered,
Tell me who he is, so I can believe in him.
You have already seen him. The Son of Man is talking to you now.
The man said,
I believe, Lord.
and he worshiped Jesus.
Have you ever had to use a flashlight or candle at home when the power goes out? Even the smallest bit of light can bring comfort in a dark room. In today's lesson, Jesus said that he is the light of the world.
Our sin blinds us to see who Jesus and God really are. Jesus came as a light into a dark world to show us the truth about God and his kingdom. Those who see who Jesus is worship him and adore him.
It's time for Bible Trivia. This time we'll be asking general Bible trivia questions. The first question, for 100 points. What is the first book in the Bible? Is it A, Genesis, B, Judges, C, Exodus, or D, Leviticus? The first book in the Bible is Genesis. Next, for 300 points. How many books are in the Bible? Is it A, 72, B, 60, C, 66, or D, 52? That's right, there are 66 books in the Bible. Next question. This one is for 400 points. How many books are in the New Testament of the Bible? Is it A, 32, B, 30, C, 25, or D. 27? There are 27 books in the New Testament of the Bible. The next question, also for 400 points. How many books are in the Old Testament? Is it A, 42, B, 39, C, 44, or D, 37? There are 39 books in the Old Testament of the Bible. The next question for 1,000 points. What is the longest book in the Bible? Is it A, Psalms, B, Proverbs, C, Numbers, or D, Song of Solomon? That's right, the longest book in the Bible is the book of Psalms. The next question for 1,000,000 points. What is the shortest book in the Bible? Is it A, Job, B, 3 John, C, Luke, or D, Amos? The shortest book in the Bible is 3 John. The next question for 1,000,000,000 points. Which gospel is written by a doctor? Is it A, Matthew, B, Luke, C, John, or D, Mark? The book of Luke was written by a doctor. The next question for just 4 points. What does Genesis mean? A, origin, B, creation, C, 7 days, or D, in the beginning? The word Genesis means origin. Next question for infinity points. Who is the first woman mentioned in the Bible? Is it A, Sarah, B, Ruth, C, Esther, or D, Eve? The first woman mentioned in the Bible is Eve. Now for our last question, worth a bunch of points. Which of these is not a book in the New Testament? Is it A, 1 Corinthians, B, 3 John, C, 2 Thessalonians, or D, 3 Peter? Third Peter is not a book in the New Testament. Thanks for playing Bible Trivia. We hope you'll play again soon.
Well, I hope you learned something from this lesson. Tune in next week to learn about the Sermon on the Mount. I hope you have a great week and stay safe.